but here we are. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Jordann Elyse, and I talk about everything from luxury to fashion, fragrance, lifestyle, motherhood, all of the above. We can just put the under lifestyle stuff, right? And so if you are interested in those kind of topics, please feel free to stick around. Unfortunately, in the background, you guys are going to hear a landscaper because they are just going to town out there, and I need to get this video filmed. So here we are. So today I am wearing, I'm just gonna kind of break it down for you guys real quick. This is the necklace that I always wear. This is my Celine dupe that I got from Amazon, and this is a dress that I am wearing from H&M. And then this lip is two different colors. One is from Huda Beauty and the other is from the Lip Bar, but I will link all of this below. So today is a very special video that I want to talk about, and we're going to talk about confidence. Just as a Black woman, as a plus size girl, even if you are not a minority, confidence is huge. And so literally my entire life I have been told that I was bougie. I was, you know, I was confident, but I was bougie, and I was intimidating to a lot of people. And I think that there is just this air, one, about Black women, but two, that I've always carried myself well. I have recently been looking back on pictures of myself from middle school and high school and even early college, where I was like, dang, I really thought that I was like overweight. Like I thought I was just like, I was disgusting in a lot of these pictures, and not in a way of like, oh, I couldn't, you know, whatever, but there was this feeling that I had, like I really thought that I was just so overweight. And when I look at these pictures, I'm like, can I have that body back? Like, what? You know? And so it would be naive to sit here and act like, you know, our weight and our appearance and all of this stuff doesn't take a toll on us and how we feel about ourselves, or how we, you know, put ourselves out there to the world. I have always, you know, like I said, when I say always, I mean literally always. Like I've always been the girl who wanted to pick out my own clothes. Like I went to my mom, like I don't have school clothes, I have clothes. I'm just gonna put outfits together the way that I see them, you know? And so that doesn't have to be the case in order to be confident though. I will say this. I do want to talk about a couple of things that just help me feel good about myself. I think as women, we do so much for other people. And now for me as a mother, as a business owner, as a daughter, as a sister, as a friend, as a servant at church, as, you know, in all of these roles and places, you know, before I can be anything to anybody else, I have to be good to myself, and I have to feel good about myself. And we all have our days where we just don't feel good. So I just wanted to kind of come and talk to you guys about a couple of things that I do to make sure that I personally feel confident and that I can exude that, because that's what's coming from within. And so one of the things that I've always loved, and if you watch the previous video, you will see me talking about fragrance in there, but one of the things that I do is that I make sure every day that I take the time to just smell good. It doesn't have to be the most expensive fragrance. It could be your favorite body lotion. It could be your favorite scent, whether it's just vanilla or lavender or rose, or, you know, a clean linen scent. I don't know, whatever it is that you like that makes you go, I feel good when I smell that, because our senses take in everything. The materials that we touch, the things that we see, the things that we hear, the things that we smell, we take in so much information. And so we know when I touch this fabric, it feels luxurious. When I hear this song, it reminds me of the first time I fell in love, or it reminds me of this person. Or I remember being in, you know, I can hear Knuck If You Buck and be like, oh, I remember when I was, you know, at this party on this day, whatever, you know, like, and that's just being honest, you know what I'm saying? Our senses take in so much information, and so we have to be mindful of that. And use that to our advantage to make sure that like we can take in things that make us feel confident, make us feel strong, make us feel like we are the boss that we are in every aspect of our life. You know what I mean? And so one of the fragrances that I love, I've talked about this one in my previous video, is Delina. I have the perfume and the hand cream. Now the hand cream was 40 bucks. But she makes me feel girly and feminine, and if I'm on the go, I will just put this in my bag, I'll put a little bit of this on, and I'll keep it moving. I'm so sorry you guys that this sound is just like crazy, but it's one of those things that I make sure that I do every day, that I get up, you know, and before I leave the house, it's this. Before I leave the house, it's my, you know, a perfume or a scent that is going to last with me throughout the day, that I can constantly come back to, that centers me and is like, that smells so good. I love that on me. I feel girly in this. I feel feminine in this. I feel sexy in this. I feel, you know, whatever for myself, but it makes me feel confident when I'm leaving. And so that's one of the things I love to do. The next thing is discretionary time. Oh my God. Do I feel confident when I feel like I have done something for myself before I do things for everybody else? As a mother, a business owner, a single mom at that, I was so overwhelmed. I always feel the pressure to be everywhere, to do everything. And I'm even gonna get more specific. As a young single mom, you know, I'm a Christian. I spent a lot of time, I spent a lot of time serving in church. I still do, but I have scaled it back because, honey, it was too much. I spent a lot of time giving, pouring into other people, into kids, into this and that. And so I felt like, you know, I was always doing things for other people. And then when I took the time for myself, when I took the 10 minutes, when I, you know, took the extra moment to do something for Jordan, it was just like, ugh, I can't believe you did that, you know, or you're supposed to be here, or this needs to get done, or this thing needs to be, you know, done, or Duke needs this, or da-da-da, you know. It was just, it was crazy. And I think a lot of us live in that space. And specifically when you are a younger person and you have a child, you know, it's a lot, because you're also, I don't think there's ever a right time to have kids. I think that you learn along the way if you are willing to parent. I think it's the willingness to parent, not physically having a child. I think there are people who have kids in their 30s and 40s and they don't necessarily desire to be parents, or want, or not even desire, but like are willing to do the thing because they're older or younger. For me, I've seen teenagers be better moms than older people and vice versa, whatever. That's not the conversation here, but because of that, it is so important that I do things, like I said, that make me feel confident. If you are, and all of us are in multiple roles at multiple times, you are either an entrepreneur or an employee, you're a mother, you're a sister, you're a daughter, you're a friend, you know, teach Zumba on the weekends, you just, you know, everyone is doing multiple things and you take on multiple roles. It is so important to take that minute, take those 10-15 minutes for yourself. And so one of the things that I've been doing that has really just amped up my confidence in myself is discretionary time. Now, I first heard about this specific term from Maddie James. I was watching one of her lives one time and she talked about this, and it was literally life-changing for me. I have everything in my calendar of what I'm gonna do when, how I live by that thing. And so I'm constantly getting notifications, whatever, right? Now, the discretionary time is whatever you want it to be. It could be 30 minutes, it could be an hour, it could be 2 hours. In the morning, when you get up, or at night before you go to bed, whichever way works best for you. For me, a lot of times it's in the morning because I find myself just jumping right out of bed and I'm running, I'm going on whatever. And I haven't set the tone for the day. I haven't set my intentions for the day. My day is just going. For me, it's in the morning. Take an hour. Get up an hour earlier. Go to bed an hour earlier. Get up an hour earlier. Get up 30 minutes earlier. and set the tone for your day. Set your intention, write down your goals, manifest the things that you want to see in your life. And for me, manifesting is keeping it at the forefront. Is seeing it, is believing it, is believing that you're already there, believing that these things that you desire, whether it's peace in your home, whether it is, you know, an extra $1,000 a month, whatever it is, that you believe it already, you see it and you understand that it is something that you can have. It is tangible to you. It is something that you can have, you can obtain. And constantly keeping that thing at the forefront of your mind so that you are working towards it. And the decisions that you make are for the goals and the things that you want to do. And you're not getting distracted by everyone else's needs and everyone else's desires and everyone else's, you know, wants for you or whatever. It is about what do you want? Tunnel vision. What things do you believe that you can have them? Do you believe that it's yours? Put it out there. And, you know, for me, the Bible says write out your vision and make it plain. And so for me, every morning I get up, I write out, you know, I take some time to not only write the things that I want, but to journal from the previous day. In that hour, I'll take some time. I will just write out how I'm feeling. I'll just write it down. And I was never a writer before. I've always been very much so an introvert when it comes to that kind of stuff, and just like the brick wall kind of a girl. But I feel the most confident when I have set the tone for my day. And I can get up in the morning. I will take that time to listen to worship music. I'll take that time to either do my devotional, or I will, you know, read, you know, whatever scriptures I'm in at that time. I will write out the things that I desire for myself. I will journal, and then I'll get up and I'll have a coffee and I will do my skincare. And so that for me has been life-changing when it comes to the confidence that I have in myself, because not only do I see it, I believe it. I'm taking time to set my intention for the day, and sometimes that will lean itself right on into, you know, depending on how much time that takes me, sometimes that'll lean itself on into, okay, let's get ready for the day, and then I can start going through emails and da-da-da-da, right? But sometimes it doesn't, and it doesn't have to lead to that. It can just be, let me get up and take this time for myself. Whether it doesn't have to be any of the things that I mentioned. It could be you doing yoga for 10 minutes or 15 minutes. It could be you going outside and just getting some fresh air before everyone's up, before everyone's moving. It could be, you know, you take that extra hour in the morning to just sit and be still and be quiet and have a cup of tea or coffee or whatever it is. But set the tone for what you want for that day. Set the tone for what things you desire for yourself for that day. Choose yourself first. Before you are a mother, before you are a wife, a girlfriend, a caretaker, or whatever, get up, set the tone. Or before you go to bed, take that time for yourself. However long it may be, whatever you need. If you need 2 hours and you got the time, take 2 hours. If you need 30 minutes, if you need 15 minutes, if you need an hour, whatever it is, you decide. There's no one to choose but you. There's no shame in it. There's no nothing. Take that time to set the intention, set the tone, whether before you get up in the morning or before you go to sleep, or if you need it in the middle of the day. But do that every day. That for me has been life-changing and has really been a boost of confidence, because I feel like I'm taking care of myself. I feel like, okay, I've taken care of Jordann. I have assessed her needs and I can make decisions based on her needs for that day. I might be feeling away. I might not be. If I have been, I can take some time to pray or to journal or to write, whatever. And it doesn't have to be scripted, you guys. Like, it doesn't. But taking that time is really honestly life-changing, and it's something that will boost your confidence. The third thing I want to talk about is something that I kind of just mentioned a little bit, is skincare. Y'all see my skin? Sis is flourishing, okay? Skincare has been such a confidence booster for me, because in previous videos, you guys probably see my skin was just like dull. It wasn't like nasty or anything. Like I didn't have breakouts. I don't really have acne. I never really struggled with that. My biggest problem area has always been my neck. So I am super insecure about the hyperpigmentation around my neck, and I've always had it. It's always been a thing. And you know, I've just always felt a way about it. And when I was younger, my grandmother would give me like alcohol baths and trying like whatever, but that was just dry, whatever. I'm learning to embrace it. But anyway, needless to say, for me, skincare has been a game changer, because after I've done my my mornings, which normally consist of, like I said, a cup of coffee, my manifesting journal, journaling in general for myself, reading my Bible, prayer, and my boyfriend actually has been learning Italian for the last like 5 years, and so I'm finally jumping on the train and decided to like take up Duolingo and start learning Italian. So I'll do that in the morning too, for like 10 or 15 minutes. And once I've done that, I find myself in the bathroom, you know, taking care of my skin in the morning, using a vitamin C, serum. Like I said, I don't have really problematic skin, but I have incorporated skincare more so. I honestly don't really wear makeup. I know I'm wearing makeup right now. I have not worn makeup probably in 2 weeks since the last time I filmed. So there's that. I still love a good beat, but I just haven't been, because I have been so focused on my skincare. And so for me, I feel so good. I feel confident. I feel, you know, like I've taken care of myself. Self-care is like #1 confidence booster. Take care of yourself and whatever you need. Don't feel like you don't deserve it. Don't feel like it's too much, or it's, you know, whatever. Take care of yourself. It's worth more than gold. And so skincare for me has really been one of those things that has been a confidence booster for myself. The next thing that I want to talk about, which for me is constantly been a journey, like I just said, I have always been told that I was intimidating, or, you know, whatever, is to really write out the woman that I want to be. The woman that I see myself as, who she is, identifying what my dream life looks like, and showing up as her now. This sounds like, okay, Jordan, whatever, but I am so serious when I say this. There are things about you specifically that no one else has. There are things about you that you have been insecure about, or whatever. For me, it was like, oh, she's bougie, oh, she's this, oh, she's that, oh, she's that. And now I'm like, that's my superpower. This is who I am. I've never been, you know, whatever, but like, this is who I am. There are women who are just like me out here, and like, hey girls, you know what I mean? Like, what's up? That's just who I am. And when I sit back and I look at, okay, who do I want to be? What kind of woman do I want to be? What kind of things do I want to give to? How does she feel about herself? You know, what does she wear? How does she dress? You know, who is she to her friends? Who is she to her family? Who is she to her church? You know, I think so often, I know that so often we think that things are so far out, especially as young women. I'm 26 years old. Nothing in my life is perfect. Everything is in progress and is moving and is getting better every day. I believe that by faith. And for me, it is so imperative to be like, you don't just like walk this journey and get to this place. You consistently are this person already, and when you get there, you show up and you're like, oh, well, I've always been this, you know. And I think that we've all of us in some way have been like, okay, well, when I get here, when I make this amount of money, when I, you know, can drive this kind of car, when I can do this thing, that then I will be this woman and I will show up as her. But who is she on the inside? What things can you do now to make yourself feel like that woman? Show up as her, be her, do her. What does she give to? Where does she shop? Where does she, like, what does she do? You know what I mean? And like, those are very frivolous things, but like, who is she on the inside? What are her values? You know, what does she know about herself? You know what I mean? The knowing of like, What does she know about herself? She knows that she is kind. She knows she is smart. She knows she's damn good at her job. She knows that she can, you know, do X, Y, and Z. Like, what are these things? You know, what words does she use or not? Like, all of this for me has been so imperative of like boosting my confidence in myself and not being so down on myself or like having self-doubt about, you know, whatever it is. Oh, like my edges don't look like the next girl's, or I'm plus size and she's not, or how is this gonna look on me, or, you know, oh, I have this or that. Like all of that. Jordann, what do you know about yourself? You know, and getting to that place of knowing, and like, who is this woman that you were saying you desire to be? Show up as that now. And so really taking the time to just like write that out and be like, no, for real, like she shows up like this. She likes these kind of things. She wears these kind of colors and she does this kind of, and for me, it's like, huh, I am that. I am that girl that I dreamt of being, you know, as a little girl. I am her. And, you know, constantly refining her and allowing God to really just like consistently refine who she is. It's not about being arrogant. It's not about any of that stuff, but know who you are. It's okay to be yourself. It's okay to be bougie. It's okay to like nice things. It's okay to live, you know, a different kind of life than what you were brought up in. It's okay to not be those things. It's okay to be into thrifting or, you know, a mix of the two or whatever it is. These are just, you know, simple random examples, but like, whatever that is, be confident in who you are. What do you know about yourself? What kind of woman are you? What kind of woman do you desire to be? You know, how can you constantly be in a refining state? And so, you know, for me, that has just been huge when it comes to building confidence in myself. The last thing that I want to talk about, you know, as a plus size girl, I feel like now there's so much more content for us. There are so many more brands that are expanding their lines and, you know, having inclusive clothing and yada, 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 yada. If I'm going to be honest with you guys, seeing these things has been incredibly amazing. It has not always changed the way that I felt about myself. And so what I realized is, thank you brands. Thank you clothing lines. Thank you for the inclusivity of size and shape and yada, yada, yada. The work is internal. Are you happy with yourself? Are you happy with your body? Are you confident in who you are? Because no matter if you are, you know, I'm about 250 right now. No matter what size you are you healthy? Do you feel good about yourself? Do you want to, you know, be a different size? Do you want this or that? And not in a way that is like only because this girl did it or only because she looks like this and that. How do you feel? Do you feel comfortable in the clothes you have on? I'm reading a book by Rachel Rogers right now. It's amazing. It's called We Should All Be Millionaires. If you have not read this book, I'm telling you right now, run. Do not walk, run and get it. I listen to all of my audiobooks on Apple Books, so that's why I get through books in a year, because the reality is that sitting down and reading a novel is not on the timeline today. So that's not something that I'm normally able to do, but I can listen all day long. So there's that. But one of the things that she said, and it just resonated with me because it's something that I recently did, is I stopped the negative self-talk when it came to my body. If something doesn't fit, it doesn't fit because I need to lose 100 pounds. It doesn't fit because I need a different size. Period. Period. Wear clothes that fit you, that fit your body, that fit the way that you want to show up in the world. Whether it is a top that has everything out or not, whether you want to be covered up or not, wear clothes that fit your body. Get them tailored. It's an additional $10, $15. Get your clothes tailored. Wear things that make you feel confident, not that make you feel like you need to go and get, you know, a trainer and the newest gym membership and and I'm gonna not eat for 14 days and I'm gonna do, like, stop doing that to yourself. Because the reality is that no matter what size you are, you still may not be happy. There's always going to be something that's not perfect. There's always going to be something that you don't like about yourself or is an insecurity for you. Love all of you. always. You can do both. You can love yourself and be confident in the body that you have, and the clothes that you adorn yourself with, and the jewelry that you adorn yourself with, and the way that you wear your hair, and whatever. Do the things that make you feel confident. Wear those things. If it doesn't fit that, toss it. Don't keep it because you had it for forever and you want to get down to a size 8 and you're not nowhere near a size 8. But I'm gonna get down to the size 8 because the reality is that every time you look at that thing, you feel less than. You feel like, oh, I'm not there, so. Oh, I haven't gotten there yet. Oh, I need to lose weight. Oh, I'm gonna start again in January. Oh, I'm gonna do this. Stop. Stop. Be consistent with yourself and positive self-talk to yourself, and knowing I am beautiful, I am confident, I am worthy at a size 16, at a size 18, 22, 40. I do not care. Your worthiness is not decided upon your weight and how you look. That doesn't decide your worthiness. But show up as the woman that you want to be. Show up as her. And constantly, you can show up as the woman that you want to be and constantly be in a refining process, and still, learning how to be consistent in the gym, and still learning how to eat better, and still doing these things because you want to, be healthier for your family, be healthier for yourself. You want to do X, Y, and Z. You can do that and be confident in who you are today. The two things can coincide together. And so I just wanted to, stop on here and encourage you guys in this video. I think that as plus size women, it's a constant conversation. As women in general, it's a constant conversation, about how we feel about ourselves and how we portray ourselves, and all of these things. So it's the little things that make such a big difference. I think everyone has been brainwashed to think it's the big thing, and it's when I lose 100 pounds, and it's when I no longer have flabby skin, and it's when I don't have this dark line around my neck anymore that I'm gonna feel better. And the reality is that I won't. Yeah, it'll be great, it'll be nice, but if I don't love myself today, I will never know how to love myself when other things change, because it'll be the next thing. I'll be, oh, well, now I got skin on this leg, and oh, now I got this over here, and oh, now I gotta wear this, and oh, stop the negative self-talk. Talk to yourself gently, as gentle as you are with your children, as gentle as you are with everyone else around you, with your best girlfriends, as gentle as you are with them, and the grace that you extend to them when they mess up or they make mistakes or they feel badly about themselves. Extend the same grace to yourself. We talk so harshly to ourselves and give ourselves no room and no grace for the things that we've done and accomplished, and the women that we are today. And so in order to be confident in what you're wearing, and I could sit here and tell you how to put yourself together and all of that, and I will tell you all of those things in more videos to come. But before we start that, it's so imperative to me that we have a conversation about feeling your best, how to increase the confidence that you have in yourself, how to increase the confidence in the way that you look at yourself in the mirror, and telling yourself. And sometimes that means faking it till you make it. Sometimes that means telling yourself things that you don't yet believe, but that you will one day believe, and knowing that you are confident, knowing that you are worthy, knowing that you are strong, knowing that you are resilient, knowing that you are worth everything today, right now, as is, imperfect. And yeah, I appreciate you guys so much for watching this video. I'm so excited to be creating content for you guys that is just right up my alley. I love you guys so much. If you stay to the end of the video, please do not forget to subscribe. I make all kinds of videos on motherhood, lifestyle, beauty, luxury, all kinds of things, and so I'm so excited to do that for you guys. I cannot wait to see you the next time. Thank you. I love you so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.